It's the proverbial night before Judgment Day. The anxiety, the angst.
गवर्नमेंट से कोई चीज का सब्सिडी नहीं है.
The anticipation, the apathy.
South Indians are so obsessed with getting high marks, yeah. I don't know why they're not voting, because we want like 90%.
It's a state bursting at the seams with its political fate literally on the line. From the Gowda Karambhumi to the BJP Bastion of central Karnataka. Karnataka doesn't fail to stun you with its beauty. District Tumkuru. This Madhugiri hill fort built on the second largest monolithic rock in Asia. With a strong Lingayat influence and the presence of a sizable SC/ST population that defines the demography or the contours of the 4 districts of central Karnataka. These 4 districts of central Karnataka house 32 of the 224 assembly seats in the state. In the last 15 years, it's been central Karnataka that has been giving rich dividends, rich electoral dividends to the Bharatiya Janata Party. The 32-seat central Karnataka region key to the party's fortune. The BJP holds an edge here with its traditional Lingayat support. 72% of the Lingayat vote went to the BJP in 2008.
Last 3 decades, whenever BJP sought votes, especially among the Lingayats, the Lingayats knew that if the BJP comes to power, there will be a Lingayat chief minister. And no other party was able to give that assurance. See, Congress did not have a prominent Lingayat face. Janata Dal people knew it would be a Vokalika leader. So BJP was the only party which was offering in the last 3 decades a Lingayat candidate for chief minister. And that played a critical role in consolidating the Lingayat vote with the BJP. Our studies show it could be anything from, depending on the election you are talking about, depending from 60% to 75% of consolidation.
The contentious tweaks in the reservation policy made by Karnataka's BJP government, shifting 4% reservation available to Muslims in jobs and education to the politically powerful Lingayats and Vokaligas, the party hopes is likely to bring it electoral dividends.
संगमेश्वर बसवाय नमः
हम लोग जो पैदा होते हैं तो हमारे गुरु आके 13 दिन को हमको लिंग बांधता है गले में, तो ये हिंदुइज्म में नहीं होता है। और दूसरा, हम कुंडली नहीं देखते हैं मैम। और हम जब मरने के बाद हमको जलाया नहीं जाता है, हमको ज़मीन में दफनाया जाता है, बाकायदा दफनाया जाता है ज़मीन में। इसलिए जो वे ऑफ लाइफ है जो हिंदू का और लिंगायत का टोटली डिफरेंट है।
हमारे को राज आश्रय नहीं मिला था, अभी पॉलिटिक्स लोग ये धर्म पहचान के उनको मालूम होने के बाद इसमें वो हमको हमारे साथ कोऑपरेट कर रहे हैं मैडम।
Lingayatism advocates progressive thoughts and actions. They have the good control over the people.
The Lingayat community constitutes 17% of the population of Karnataka. That sheer percentage stands testimony to the political dominance of this community. They are dominant in close to 100 of the 224 assembly seats. There have been 9 Lingayat chief ministers in Karnataka. The strongest of them today, B.S. Yediyurappa. The political relevance of the Lingayats, strengthened by their religious mutts or guru pithas. The Siddhaganga Mutt at Tumkuru, one of the most revered in Karnataka. Joining me right now is Professor Revana Siddhappa, popularly known here as RS. He's all that you want to know, an encyclopedia on the Lingayat culture, the sects of Lingayat, the Mutt here, and also how they've, the Mutts have come to be so powerful. We're also going to talk to him a bit about the politics also, how it's come together where the Mutts are concerned. Namaskara, sir. Thank you for meeting us and joining us.
Welcome to Sri Siddhaganga Mutt, known for Trividha Dasoha. Trividha means one is food, shelter, and education, which are absolutely free.
How, for the Lingayat community, and there are two sets of Lingayat if I'm not wrong, how important is the Siddhaganga Mutt?
Siddhaganga Mutt is above or beyond castes.
Right.
Of course, technically it belongs to Lingayats, means Swamijis belong to Lingayat community, but the service is for all. This is a speciality of Sri Siddhaganga Mutt.
In all of Karnataka, how significant is the Mutt for the Lingayat community, as well as, of course, the philanthropic deeds that it does? But how big is it in terms of, is it one of the biggest Mutts for Lingayats?
Of course.
First in Karnataka.
First. See, there are many Lingayat Mutts in Karnataka. As far as service is concerned, this is unique and pioneer. It started institutions in the early 20th century.
Right, so it has schools, it has...
It began with Sanskrit and Veda.
Right.
Later, teaching. Later, shifted to general education. Now, it has all variety of institutions, right from LKG to PG, medical or engineering.
How many schools and colleges does it run?
Around 100 plus.
Very interesting. This is? So while the same food is served everywhere, the main dining hall is there where people can come and eat there. Food is exactly the same, but we have the privilege of being the guests of the Mutt. So we have this special room here. We thank the Mutt, so thank you there. But we will take you where the same food is available to the rest of the public as well.
Even if you come at midnight, no problem.
You'll get food, huh?
Because sometimes pilgrims come at midnight.
Yeah.
Around minimum one bus. And they have good place here for rest. And also food.
And also food.
You can't expect 100% hot and fresh food. You will get. The two which fetch money means costly educations. But here, this Mutt focuses on basic education.
This is where? This is where going up? Successive governments and all political parties have designed their outreach program to please the pontiffs at these all-powerful Mutts. At the Siddhaganga Mutt, from Prime Minister Modi to Rahul Gandhi, to every Chief Minister of Karnataka has come here to seek the blessings of the Mutt. Hoping with these blessings also comes a sign for the devotees to vote for a particular party. In terms of all these centers that it runs, clearly it yields a lot of power as well, especially where politics is concerned.
See, this Mutt blesses each and every one.
Right.
It all depends upon our devotion.
Right.
If our heart is pure,
right,
no doubt we will be blessed.
But if we talk about Lingayat leaders as such, what is the history? I think it was B.S. Yadurappa who at least through the medium of Mutts brought about at least a sense of empowerment to the community.
Actually, seers or our seer doesn't have that much of partiality. But we common people think that seer's blessings is on Yadiyurappa. So general opinion is like this. Naturally, Lingaites prefer Yadiyurappa.
Not any other Lingayat leader.
Not so easy. No one is equal to Yadiyurappa.
Why is that?
Because his pure devotion, that's all. This is pure devotion to Mutt.
Is Yadiyurappa a strong word on which way the Lingayats will go? This time?
This time, Yadiyurappa, if it will be there for another 10-15 years, if he is alive or dead, his photo serves. If you go with Yadiyurappa's photo, you will get minimum 5% more votes. Go with Yadiyurappa photo.
So even Yadiyurappa,
Yes.
Is Modi a bigger factor with Lingayat or Yadiyurappa?
So first, Yadiyurappa.
First
National
Yadiyurappa, then Modi.
That too, when you come to national issue-based,
Yeah,
issue
then
based,
Modi first.
issue-based, when you come to national politics, they keep Yadiyurappa aside.
Yes.
They treat Modi
But
as the
regional,
leader.
first Yadiyurappa,
Then Modi.
then Modi. The cult of Lingayat leader B.S. Yadiyurappa is unmissable.
The Lingayat community is always strengthened by Yadiyurappa ji.
Yadiyurappa. Not the BJP,
BJP is also there,
but
but the pillar of the BJP is Yadiyurappa ji.
Yadiyurappa.
ji.
Hearing the devotees, it's clear the Mutt might not have dropped any hints yet. But they are in BJP's corner, provided Yadiyurappa firmly stands there. Steeped in religion and sects, to the Tumkuru countryside trotted with coconut trees. The Tumkuru district has the largest area for coconut production in the state and one of the largest in the country. Over 40% of people here involved in coconut production. Yashu, a coconut farmer, has a land holding of 6 acres. Is extremely unhappy. Says 5 years ago, price of 1 quintal of dry coconut was 12,000. It's 7,000 now.
ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವರೇ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟವ್ರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ರು ಅವರೇ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟವ್ರೆ. ಬರೋದು ಅವ್ರವ್ರೇನೋ ಮಾಡೋದು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಯಾರೂ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗೆ ಅಂತೂ ತರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಬ್ರಿಗೂ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಇವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಇವ್ರು ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹೆಂಗಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೈತರು ಹಿಂಸಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ತಂಗ ಆತೈತಿ. ಬಿಜೆಪಿನೇ ವೋಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದು.
ಇಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಬತಾನಾ ಮತ್
ಬಿಜೆಪಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ಈಗ್ಲೂ.
This time also they will put BJP.
This time also you'll put BJP only. But no party does anything.
ನೀವ್ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಅದ ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿನೂ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಮೋದಿ ನೋಡೋಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
They are going to put vote for Modi.
From the languid coconut fields of Tumkuru, we move up towards North Karnataka. Rolling into the stunning UNESCO World Heritage Site, Hampi. Meet the Hampi Premier League, IPL fashion. टूर्नामेंट का नाम क्या है?
HPL.
HPL. Like IPL.
Yeah, like IPL, हमें HPL है.
हम्पी पावर लीग.
प्रीमियर लीग, हाँ.
हम्पी प्रीमियर लीग.
प्रीमियर लीग.
अच्छा IPL. अच्छा इंडियन प्रीमियर लीग, हम्पी
प्रीमियर लीग है.
कितना टीम है इधर?
इधर 12 टीम है.
12 टीम है. इनका नाम क्या क्या है?
IPL का टीम है ना, 12 टीम है ना, 12 टीम का नाम है पूरा.
अच्छा, जो IPL में नाम है वही यहाँ पे नाम है.
नाम है.
अच्छा, आप पंजाब. बेस्ट बॉलर पंजाबी आता है?
पंजाबी आता है।
आता है। आप पहले अपना कौन सा आईपीएल टीम है?
मेरा राजस्थान।
राजस्थान है। तो बीजेपी पसंद है?
बीजेपी पसंद है और बीजेपी का ऊपर है मोदी।
बीजेपी इतना नहीं, मोदी ज्यादा।
मोदी ज्यादा। सब लोग मोदी जी का फैंस है।
बम्बई अब सीएम
चेन्नई धोनी का फैन है।
धोनी का फैन है। पॉलिटिक्स में किसका फैन है?
पॉलिटिक्स में हम लोग येडियुरप्पा जी का फैन है।
मोदी बेटर है कि येडियुरप्पा बेटर है?
वो अलग अलग स्थान पे है ना मैडम। ये कर्नाटका का मास लीडर है येडियुरप्पा जी। येडियुरप्पा जी वो मोदी नेशनल लेवल पे है, इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे गया है, लेकिन फिर भी हमको ज्यादा पसंद है इधर येडियुरप्पा जी है। ज्यादा चलेगा येडियुरप्पा जी का।
येडियुरप्पा तो है भी नहीं अभी पॉलिटिक्स में।
अभी है, उसका बेटा आ रहा है अभी। और एक चीज है, येडियुरप्पा को छोड़ के बीजेपी कुछ नहीं कर सकता साउथ इंडिया में।
मेरा नाम कृष्णा है, जो मैं बॉर्न एंड ब्रॉट अप हम्पी है। मैं 17 ईयर से गाइड कर रहा हूँ हम्पी में। 17 ईयर है। और हम्पी में 83 मॉन्यूमेंट्स है, 26 स्क्वायर माइल्स में प्लेसेस है, बहुत सारे
यूनेस्को वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइट है।
वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइट है। 1986 में हम्पी को यूनेस्को ने लिया है। हम्पी में बहुत सारे टेम्पल्स है, आर्किटेक्चर है, रॉक फॉर्मेशन है, लैंडस्केप है, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस है हम्पी। बहुत फॉरेनर्स आते हैं, इंडियंस आते हैं, लोकल बैंगलोर से, हैदराबाद से, गोवा से बहुत लोग आते हैं हम्पी को।
बहुत लोग आते हैं।
बहुत लोग आते हैं।
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बढ़िया है इधर?
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं है, वही प्रॉब्लम है। वही प्रॉब्लम है।
टूरिज्म को बढ़ावा मिलता है इधर?
हाँ,
एनकरेजमेंट मिलता है।
इधर देखो 70 to 80% लोग है ना, हमें ऑटो ड्राइवर से, गाइड से और लोकल जो पोस्ट कार्ड से सभी है ना, टूरिस्ट के ऊपर है।
सब 80% यहाँ पे सब
टूरिज्म के ऊपर है। और 20-30% ऐसे फार्मर्स है। फार्मर्स है
बस।
बाकी
फार्मर्स और टूरिज्म
इसके ऊपर ही हमें डिपेंड है हम्पी में।
उसी के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है पूरा हम्पी। सरकार से मिलता है सब कुछ, ग्रांट व्रांट? हाँ,
सरकार से कुछ नहीं मिलता।
आप क्या करते हो वैसे? आईपीएल के एचपीएल के अलावा क्या करते हो? ऑटो ड्राइवर है। तो क्या बोल रहे हैं, क्यों नहीं मिलता है
कुछ नहीं, कोई गवर्नमेंट का लोग नहीं देते मैडम। इधर भी टूरिज्म आ रहे थे, टूरिज्म में साइड सीन मारता है, उधर भी पैसा मिले तो हम घर लेके जाते हैं, ऐसे होता है मैडम। तो गवर्नमेंट से फायदा नहीं है हमको,
कुछ भी नहीं है।
कुछ भी नहीं।
सरकार पे भरोसा है?
भरोसा क्या भरोसा है मैडम, सरकार वाले देते हैं क्या हमको भरोसा देने के लिए? हम उधर भी बेचना, उधर लेना, खाना, ऐसा होता है मैडम।
इधर का पॉलिटिक्स कैसा है
मैडम? पॉलिटिक्स है ना, इधर फुल बीजेपी है। फुल बीजेपी है। इधर कार्यकर्ता लोग है ना, बीजेपी है। और इधर लोकल एमएलए ना आनंद सिंह है, वो 4 बार विन हो चुका है ऑलरेडी। ये बार भी उनका ही चल रहे हैं।
क्या स्ट्रेट होना चाहिए? हेड स्ट्रेट होना चाहिए। बॉलर को देखना है। कैमरे को देखेंगे। नो तो हेलीकॉप्टर नॉट कवर ड्राइव। नो, हमारा फेवरेट शॉट है कवर ड्राइव। मेरा शॉट जो आता है वो एक हेलीकॉप्टर। Thank you. It's at 3 things unite India: politics, cricket, Bollywood. Well, we've had the two going, where we've spoken and talked politics with the HPL, the Hampi Premier League. 12 teams in Hampi that come together IPL style. Well, there's a match going on there, but they did speak with us when it comes down to where they stand this election in Karnataka. Well, time for us to leave and actually move up towards North Karnataka and, of course, through the heart of the World Heritage UNESCO site, Hampi.
The Maha-political roller coaster is throwing up more twists and turns a day after Sharad Pawar announced his resignation as NCP boss. Even as Pawar is supposedly reconsidering the decision and will announce in a day or two, The NCP has been rocked by mass resignations as one wicket after another has fallen for the party. Party leader Jitendra Awad tendered his resignation as General Secretary of the party, and many more office bearers have also resigned with him.
आज महाराष्ट्रातल्या सर्वसामान्य कार्यकर्त्यांची भावना काय आहे की शरद पवारांनी राजीनामा देऊ नये आणि मग शरद पवार साहेब जर आम्हाला सांगतात तर मग त्यांनी त्यांची शिकवण लोकशाहीच्या मूल्यांबाबत त्यांची शिकवण मान्य केली पाहिजे.
The NCP is now battling this full-blown crisis, but the focus remains Kaun banega king in NCP? Who will be Pawar's successor? After an internal huddle sparked speculation that discussions were underway to choose the next NCP chief, the party vehemently denied the same.
आज कोई भी चर्चा वहाँ पे हो नहीं है, ना राष्ट्रीय स्तर की ना राज्य स्तर की. आज मीटिंग ही बुलाई नहीं गई थी.
Sources, however, have told India Today that Pawar's daughter Supriya Sule is the front runner for the post. But then, what about Ajit Pawar?
If the Maratha strongman Sharad Pawar refuses to reconsider his retirement, NCP may opt for a makeshift arrangement of dual leadership. Considering her experience as Lok Sabha MP, Supriya Sule can be appointed as party's national chief, while Ajit Pawar will be more than content by being CM face.
महत्व ये है कि पवार साहब अध्यक्ष रहने चाहिए, ऐसी कार्यकर्ताओं की मांग है. अभी उसके बाद जो ऑप्शंस है उसकी आज चर्चा करने की हमारी पहली मांग अगर पूरी नहीं हो रही है तो अगले ऑप्शंस का विचार हो सकता है.
As the NCP deals with the Pawar blowback, questions loom on what this means for the Maha Vikas Aghadi. Allies Congress and Uddhav Sena are trying hard to claim all is well, but they are no doubt counting on a change of heart by Pawar.
Focus on hatchbacks and there's actually no plan to do any production tweaks so that probably production is lesser for hatchbacks?
So production, actually you have different lines in the different plants. So it's not as if you can immediately shift one capacity to the other because you require specialized equipment for every model. But we have reasonable flexibility, I would say. And as I said, we are expecting the hatch segment to remain flat. And in fact, it has been flat. It's about 34% of the total market in April as well, which is actually the same number as we saw for the full year of last year. However, SUVs have gone up in this month, about 47% share of the total pie of the passenger vehicle industry against about 43.5 for the whole year 22-23.
Right. Also, Shashank, could you, it's actually very clear that the sale of SUVs is driving growth for sales as far as Maruti is concerned. In the recent past, a couple of SUVs have been launched, or a facelift has also come up. So, could you give us some number and the trend of the SUVs as far as Maruti goes?
Yes, so if you look at the whole of last year, our market share was 12.6%. If you look at it quarter-wise, quarter one market share was about 8.5%, but went up to almost 17% in Q4. That's because of the introduction of the Grand Vitara, which we did in September of last year, and also the increased availability of Brezza. And that has helped us to get the market share of 17% in quarter four of the last financial year. And now we have introduced the Frongs, dispatches of which started in the month of April. Although the retail started just a couple of days back, in this figure of ours in the wholesales include about 8,500 units of Frongs that we dispatch. And now our targeted market share for the SUVs is about 25%. From 12.5%, we are targeting to double it to 25. That should help us get about, in the overall perspective, about a 4% increase in market share, hopefully to be in that to 45% plus range again.
By American tourists born to cross boundaries. IDFC First Bank, always you first. Blue Star Fast Cooling AC.
You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Choudhry and we roll live from a highway just about 50 kilometers short of Bellary. What the last 48 hours have done, viewers, is possibly a huge push by the Bharatiya Janata Party to flip the narrative in Karnataka, make it more about Bajrang Dal versus the Congress. With what we are witnessing across the state of Karnataka, 7 p.m. from 6 o'clock it started, where in various temples the BJP cadre started reciting the Hanuman Chalisa. I myself, coming in from the Anjanadri Hills, that is actually the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. We're going to put out that report in a short while from now. But politics rife, this is how it all played out.
Jai Bajrang Bali is the BJP's war cry as Karnataka inches closer to assembly elections next week.
दोनों हाथ ऊपर करके मेरे साथ बोलिए, बजरंग बली की, बजरंग बली की।
A day after Prime Minister Narendra Modi exhorted people to chant Jai Bajrang Bali while casting their vote, ruling party leaders, cadre and workers of Bajrang Dal recited the Hanuman Chalisa in temples across Karnataka. In several cities in Karnataka and across India, angry Bajrang Dal workers staged protests at Congress offices and burnt the Congress manifesto. To protest the Grand Old Party's promise of imposing a PFI-like ban on Bajrang Dal. The BJP is firing on all cylinders to galvanize support, making full use of the Congress poll pledge to ban the Bajrang Dal.
ರಾಮನಿಗೂ ಹನುಮಂಗೆ ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ ಅದೇ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಆಂಜನೇಯನಿಗೂ ಬಜರಂಗ ಇದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಚುನಾವಣೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ
The BJP has come out in strong support of the Bajrang Dal, the youth wing of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. BJP leader Ishwarappa led protests against the Congress by burning the manifesto.
ಇವತ್ತು DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಜಾತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿ, ನಾನು ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಗರ ಪೂರನ ಜೊತೆ ಬಂದು ಹಿಂದಿತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ? ಹೇಳಿ, ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಹೇಳಿ, ನಾನು ಹಿಂದುಳಿದವರು ಅವ್ರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಜಾತಿವಾದಿಗಳ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ.
Having given their rivals some free ammunition, the Congress is struggling to control the damage, even as the BJP is accusing them of insulting Lord Hanuman.
BJP and its friends don't know how to read Hanuman Chalisa. They only know how to take 40% commission. 40 is 40. So they only know how to take 40% commission.
Congress leaders, please participate in this because you wanted to listen Hanuman Chalisa from our workers. Because they are telling that, Surjiwala is telling that BJP कार्यकर्ता को हनुमान चालीसा नहीं आती है. इसीलिए आज 7 बजे हम उसको सुनाना चाहते हैं.
Facing protests from Hindutva outfits, the Congress backpedaled on the Bajrang Dal ban.
ಇದರ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇಂಥ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನೋಡಿ, ಹೇಟ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಇದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರಬಹುದು. ಆದರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್. ನಾನು ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಆಸ್ ಎ ಲೀಡರ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ಟು ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಜರಂಗ್ ದಳ.
The Congress, which had put the BJP on the mat over issues like corruption and price rise, is now struggling to find an answer to BJP's Bajrang Bali politics.
The latest flashpoint in election-bound Karnataka is the Congress's promise on the ban of the pro-Hindu outfit Bajrang Dal. The BJP has gone all guns blazing, accusing Congress of doing this at the behest of SDPI and PFI. While there are many voices calling this as a tragic move because the main focus should be on development, it remains to be seen to what extent will this have an impact on the minds of voters. With video journalist Madhuwar, Anaka Keshav for India Today, Shigao.
I want to cut across to two of our reporters and our bureau chief of Karnataka, Naga Arjun, Dwarkanath, who's joining us, as well as my colleague Sagai. Both of them in Bangalore. Naga joins us from the Ram temple there, while Sagai joins us from the Hanuman temple there. Naga, I want to come to you very briefly, if you can take our viewers through. Of course, the protest chanting by the BJP cadre has been started all across regions in Karnataka. I myself am coming in from the Anjanadri hills, the place where Hanumanji was born, and you can, surely see that right at the base of that, there was the BJP cadre, the VHP cadre that was chanting the Hanuman Chalisa. What do you make of it, Naga? This is the last leg. You're 5 days before Karnataka goes to polls. Have the BJP actually changed the narrative? Till now, they were catching up to what the Congress was doing. Do you see it reversed now?
Preeti, can I? Preeti, right behind me is the union minister who's, let me try to speak to her as well. मैम, आपने आज हनुमान चालीसा पठन किया है. आपने आज हनुमान चालीसा पठन किया है मैम.
पूरा राज्य में हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ रही है. कांग्रेस ने चुनौती दिया था. भाजपा को हनुमान चालीसा के बारे में पता नहीं है, हनुमान चालीसा को पढ़ने को नहीं आती है. एंड भगवान आंजनेय वो इधर नहीं पैदा हुआ है. हनुमान का बाप सूर्य भगवान है, ऐसे कांग्रेस ने बता रहे थे. कांग्रेस का नेता किसको हनुमान के बारे में नहीं पता है, मालूम ही नहीं है, वो हमको चुनौती दे रहे थे. इसीलिए पूरे स्टेट में हर मंदिर में, भजना मंदिर में, घर में हम हनुमान चालीस पढ़ रहे हैं. हनुमान चालीस कल से हम घर घर में पढ़ने का कंटिन्यू करेंगे।
कांग्रेस ने इलेक्शन कमीशन में फाइल किया कंप्लेंट कि आप बीजेपी रिलीजियस सिंबल्स को जैसे भगवान को लेकर एक मुद्दा बना रहे हैं, तो कंप्लेंट फाइल किया है इलेक्शन कमीशन में।
कल सुरजेवाला ने क्या किया? सुरजेवाला ने आंजनेय का नाम क्यों उठाया? कांग्रेस ने शुरू किया था। कल सुरजेवाले ने बताया आंजनेय का बाप सूर्य है, इसको हम तो हिंदुओं तो सहिष्णु है, फिर भी कितना सहिष्णु करेंगे, कितना दिन तक हम सहन करेंगे। इसीलिए आज हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ के वायुपुत्र बोलते हैं उसको।
Now I'm going to just come right back to you. Do stay on with us. I want to cut across to my colleague Sagai now for a quick update. Sagai, where are you and what's happening there?
Sam, I'm in a constituency called Vijaynagar outside Gadi Anjaneya Temple, and you can see the supporters of pro-Hindu organizations have chanted Hanuman Chalisa here, and they have concluded. And we are joined with the few activists here where they claim that they weren't allowed inside, but still they were chanting outside on the footpath. They also allege that this particular temple comes under a Congress MLA, and that is the reason they did not allow the activists, but still they were doing bhajans of Hanuman Chalisa outside the temple in front of Hanuman statue. Sir, how an organization like Bajrang Dal banning is an attack on Hindus, and attack on Hindu is also having an impact on BJP?
Sir, we all know why Bajrang Dal has started. Probably in 1980s, when they all started the movement for Ram Mandir, then to protect the Sant Shakti, they started this Bajrang Dal. Bajrang Dal means the Sevaks of Ram. So absolutely, when you attack Bajrang Dal, it is directly attack on Sant Shakti of Hinduism. It is direct attack on Hindutva. So we think when you say you are banning Bajrang Dal, then we think you are banning, you are attacking Hindutva.
But Congress says that there are several cases against Bajrang Dal, something similar to PFI, criminal cases, murder cases against the Bajrang Dal activists. And if they get involved in anti-national activities or creating any kind of communal rights, there should be action taken against them.
Sir, there are many cases on Congress people also. Do you think they are also anti-national? But PFI is totally anti-national.
I'm going to cut across right now to our guests. Like you just saw, there's a lot of protest by the Bharatiya Janata Party that is taking place across the state of Karnataka, even in Ballari, where I am or where I'm coming in from, Hampi. Of course, Hampi is the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. But let's take the debate now to our political panelists. Sanju Verma from the Bharatiya Janata Party, national spokesperson. We have Rohan Gupta from the Congress. Rohan Gupta, one would think that the Congress was playing it right till the end. But then you've fallen into the trap which constantly is said of the Congress, that the Congress doesn't need anybody else to do them in, they do themselves in. In a state like Karnataka, now I've traversed enough kilometers, Rohan Gupta, to know that more than most gods, it's Bajrang Bali that holds sway.
See, your voice is not very clear, but I understand what you are trying to tell. See, you need to understand one thing. I have been in Karnataka for last 1.5 months. BJP knows that they have lost the track. They have lost the narrative. They could not set the narrative. If you see, Preeti, last 1 year, they have been trying different narrative of hijab, halal, azan. All the narratives failed. And even in your conclave, Mr. Bombay had to tell that these are non-issue. That is the win of people of Karnataka. That is the win of the campaign where 40% commission government has been exposed. Now at the death overs, they know that they don't have any issue and they are trying to raise issues which are not there in mind of people. We have told that it is a Supreme Court's verdict that whether it is hate speech or hate crime, that should be countered strongly. And that is what we have said. We have seen Bajrang Dal raising the hate speech, doing the hate crime. We have done that. We have lot many instances in Karnataka.
But Rohan Gupta, hijab halal might not be, Rohan Gupta, hijab halal might not be in the people's conscience and those might be non-issues. But one thing one can say for sure, that when it comes down to Lord Hanuman, it's not in people's mind. So you might have said Bajrang Dal. What people on the ground possibly are hearing is Bajrang Bali. Sanju Verma, many would suggest it's conniving of the BJP to try and equate the Bajrang Dal with Bajrang Bali. Bajrang Dal in Karnataka last had many cases against the outfit. The members there, I'm looking through the research, many of them convicted, I beg your pardon, for law and order issues. How can you, the Bharatiya Janata Party, equate Bajrang Bali, the all-pervasive Hanumanji, the god that a lot of Kannadigas follow, to Bajrang Dal?
You know, Preeti, that's a very relevant question, but without beating around the bush, let me just say this. You know, for everyone who says politics is about perception, then let's be very clear. I fail to understand when the BJP-led, Modi government has already banned the PFI in September 2022. What was the need for the Congress to say, when we come back to power, we will ban the PFI? So basically, you're misleading the people. Point number two, I think this is not about equating Bajrang Dal with Hanumanji, who is also called Kesari Nandan and, Pavan Putra. The moot point is that a Hindu-phobic Congress party always indulges in temple tourism just prior to elections, but otherwise, you know, every given opportunity is used by the Congress top brass to peddle an anti-Hindu narrative.
Okay.
And without beating around the bush, let me just give you two very quick examples. We all know that Maya Kodnani, Babu Bajrangi and 65 other people were set free on the 20th of April after 13 years of facing a trial. I want to ask people, if one Babu Bajrangi is enough for you people to malign the entire Bajrang Dal as an organization, why is it that after the Charlie Hebdo attack, the Mecca Medina bombings, the Brussels attack, the Orlando night bombing, radical Islam was behind all these attacks, but what is the narrative we are made to believe? Oh, terrorism has no religion. Terrorists do not belong to Islam. Please don't, blame radicalization. This is just a few stray elements from the community who wreaked havoc. So the point I'm making is that Congress, if you look at even Rahul Gandhi prior to 2017 Gujarat elections, this time he did not even do that in 2022. They were reduced to 1717 seats. I remember Rahul Gandhi visited some 38, 40 odd temples in Gujarat. After that, I never saw him visiting a single temple. Now you see DK Shivkumara visiting Chamundeshwari temple.
Sanju Verma, you know, like you said, you're not going to beat around the bush. Let me not beat around the bush and ask you one direct question. What is so pious about the Bajrang Dal? And are you not insulting anyone? And I will say to national television, are you not insulting anyone who follows Bajrang Bali, Lord Hanuman, Pavan Putra Hanuman, all the acronyms that you gave out by equating the two? Tell me what's so pious about the Bajrang Dal. I'll name you 6 cases against the Bajrang Dal.
Let me finish. Preeti, you asked me a question. Let me finish. My answer is very simple. Bajrang Dal, which was set up in 1984, along with the RSS, along with the VHP. You know, Bajrang Dal is actually, a handmaiden of the VHP, technically speaking. These three organizations are a part of tremendous amount of social work. There are today 51,000 Ekal Vidyalayas, there are 30,000 Saraswati Shishu Mandirs, and close to 81,000 schools which are managed by Bajrang Dal, VHP and RSS. More than 55 lakh tribal children are given free education, and out of these tribal children, 76% are small, young, are daughters and sisters who belong to the marginalized sections of the society. And I want to ask this: when Harsha was killed in Shivamoga, when Praveen Nettaru was killed in Bellary, when Ankit Jha was killed in Sitamarhi, when Ayush Soni was killed in Bhilwara, when Mukesh Tiwari was killed in Rewa, when Nishant Rathod was killed in Bhopal, and all these people were butchered thanks to a PFI radicalized ideology, what were we told? PFI is an organization which believes in unity and diversity. Please don't blame the entire PFI. So what is wrong with Bajrang Dal? Why does it have to be equated with PFI?
Okay. I am going to bring in Rohan Gupta. Sanju Verma, like I said, I asked you a direct question. What's so pious about the Bajrang Dal? Let me name 6 cases of late. Not just 6 actually, madam. In Karnataka alone, there have been 585 cases that have been registered against Bajrang Dal members in the last 1 year alone, madam. 526. So many would suggest who follow Bajrang Dal, don't insult them.
Akbar, Preeti, name Bajrang Dal being involved in the butchering of people.
By the way, ma'am,
has anyone from Bajrang Dal
I want to bring in
people
I want to bring in Rohan Gupta.
Umesh Kole was butchered, like Kanhaiya Lal was butchered.
Yes,
in ISIS
madam, there is a case. There is a case. Madam, hear me out. If you hear me out, I'll be able to tell you. You ask me a question. You ask me a question. You ask me a
religion.
Madam, you asked me a question, then answer. Madam, you've asked me a question, let me answer. Yes, there has been a case against murder for lynching in the name of Ram by the Bajrang Dal. There is a case on your Bajrang Dal team where Mu is concerned in Haryana. It happened a month and a half ago. I want to bring in Rohan Gupta into this conversation. Rohan Gupta, I have a direct question to ask you. The fact is, till now, if you were setting the narrative, which you say you were setting the narrative with 40% Sarkar, my question to you is, does the Congress not know what's really happening on ground to come and equate the PFI to the Bajrang Dal? It's chalk and cheese.
See, Preeti, for us, it's very simple. Anybody who is spreading hate, we have to stop. And you have rightly told, the 585 cases have been registered against Bajrang Dal. How can we just leave it like that? I will give you the names of the cases. 4th April 2021.
Sir, I'm sorry. Rohan Gupta, I am sorry. Don't fall into this garb. Can you equate somebody who has law and order? Sir, hear me out. Hear me out. Can you equate somebody who has law and order issues? Rohan Gupta, somebody who has law and order issues. Can you equate that with people who have charges of terrorism against them? You cannot equate that.
It was their government, Preeti. It was their government that more than...
Rohan Gupta, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Rohan Gupta? Rohan Gupta, can you hear me? I have a very direct question. Sir, if you are quoting me or what I said to Sanju Verma, please hear this as well. Can you quote someone who has law and order issues against someone or an outfit who has terrorism issues, NI cases against them or working against India? Can you put them both in the same box?
Absolutely. It is against the state. It is against our law. It is against our constitution. Whether terrorism or spreading hate, both are the crimes. It doesn't mean that we are saying they are as well. Yes,
sir, then you should put those who put posters illegally with Bajrang Dal and PFI because everyone is against the law.
If 585 cases are registered against any organization, they cannot insult Bajrang Bali. They have done the crime. It is on paper. It is their government, Preeti, where more than 585 cases are registered. Please understand, if under their government...
One second, sir. 1,000 cases are registered against the Congress members as well. Can you equate that? Over 1,000 cases must have been registered against Congress leaders as well. Can you equate that? No, you cannot. You can't put apples and oranges together is what the basic premise is. Okay, Sanju Verma needs to make a point. Can I just get it?
Anybody who is against the state of law,
please, Rohan Gupta, you have to stop. You have to stop, Rohan Gupta. Please stop.
Can I just get Sanju Verma? Okay, 1 second. Okay, yes, Sanju, make your point. Go ahead.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you. Preeti, I just have this to say. If you notice, just 3-4 days back, the PFI's political outfit, SDPI, their president, NK Faizi, and their Karnataka head, Abdul Majid, they said initially we wanted to contest on 100 seats, but now we have decided to contest only 16 out of the 224 seats in Karnataka because G. Parameshwara, a senior Karnataka Congress leader who was also the deputy chief minister when Siddhaganga was the CM, he came to us with folded hands. I'm quoting him ad verbatim. He came to us with folded hands saying that the only way to defeat the BJP is if SDPI comes into the race. And G. Parameshwara sir told us that you will not win elections, but you can
Sanju Verma,
be a
on ground.
okay. This is what the Congress is doing in
with that, I've run terribly out of time. I have run terribly out of time. I need to close this debate. But the fact is, the local unit, I thank both our panelists, but at the local unit, if you speak to the Congress workers who've been working on ground, they are holding their head and they are saying that this could be a self-goal, and they actually say that it's coming from the Delhi unit. But that aside, at one end, if you can't put Bajrang Dal with PFI, then God knows you cannot put Bajrang Dal with Bajrang Bali. You cannot equate the two. So let's stop politicizing the issue, I would suggest, is what most citizens of Karnataka would say, but that's never quite happened. Thank you for watching. Up next is News Track.